Tom Miller sat at his desk as the office grew quiet around him. The clock on his computer screen showed 7:30 p.m., and most of his co-workers had left hours ago. He rubbed his tired eyes and looked at the marketing presentation still glowing on his monitor. The deadline was tomorrow morning, and he needed to finish 3 more slides before he could leave. His phone buzzed with a text message from Happy Kids Aftercare Center. "Hi Mr. Miller. Lucy is doing great with her homework. She finished her math and is now reading. No rush, but we close at 9 p.m. as always." Tom smiled despite his exhaustion. Lucy was his 6-year-old daughter, and she was the reason he pushed through these long days. After his wife Sarah passed away 3 years ago, Tom had learned to balance work and parenting in ways he never imagined possible. Some days were harder than others, but Lucy's bright smile made everything worthwhile. Working late again? Tom looked up to see Anna Chen, his boss, standing near his desk with 2 cups of coffee. She was still in her work clothes even though she could have left hours ago. Anna was the marketing director, and everyone respected her for being both professional and caring toward her team. "Just trying to finish the Peterson account presentation," Tom said, accepting the coffee gratefully. "Thank you for this. You really didn't need to stay." Anna pulled up a chair and sat down. "I had some reports to review anyway. Besides, I know you have to pick up Lucy soon. Want me to take a look at what you have so far?" This had become their routine over the past 6 months. Anna would often stay late when she noticed Tom working after hours. She never made it seem like charity or pity. Instead, she treated it like normal workplace collaboration. Tom appreciated that she never asked too many personal questions, but she always remembered small details about Lucy's life. "Lucy has a school play next week," Tom mentioned as they reviewed the presentation slides. "She's playing a sunflower in the garden show." "That sounds wonderful," Anna said, genuinely interested. "Is she excited about it?" "She's been practicing her lines every night. She has exactly 3 words to say, but she treats it like she's performing Shakespeare," Tom laughed. "I promised I would be there, even if it means leaving work early." Anna nodded and made a note in her planner. "Make sure to block that time on your calendar. The Peterson presentation can wait if needed. Family comes first." Tom felt a warm feeling in his chest. Not many bosses would be so understanding about family obligations. Anna had been this supportive since the day she became his supervisor 8 months ago. She had transferred from the company's Boston office and brought a different management style than Tom was used to. "How do you manage it all?" Anna asked quietly as they worked on the final slides. "Work, parenting, everything. I see how dedicated you are to both Lucy and your job. It must be incredibly challenging." Tom paused, considering how to answer. He rarely talked about his personal struggles with coworkers. Most people either offered pity he didn't want or advice he hadn't asked for. But something about Anna's question felt different. She seemed genuinely curious, not judgmental. "Some days I feel like I'm barely keeping my head above water," Tom admitted. "But Lucy is amazing. She's so understanding when I have to work late or when I'm tired. She helps me remember what really matters." "She sounds like a special kid," Anna said. "You're doing a great job with her." Tom felt his cheeks warm at the compliment. "Thank you. That means a lot coming from you." They finished the presentation by 8:15 p.m., which gave Tom enough time to pick up Lucy before the aftercare center closed. As he packed up his things, Anna was still working at her desk. "Don't stay too much longer," Tom said. "You've already helped me enough for one day." Anna looked up and smiled. "Drive safely. Tell Lucy I said good luck with her sunflower practice." Tom was surprised that Anna remembered the detail about Lucy's role. As he drove to the aftercare center, he found himself thinking about his boss more than usual. Anna was probably around his age, maybe 32 or 33. She was smart, kind, and seemed to genuinely care about her team. Tom wondered why she often stayed late at the office. Did she have family waiting for her at home? Daddy! Lucy ran toward him when he arrived at the aftercare center. She was holding a drawing of a large yellow sunflower with a smiling face. "Hey sunshine," Tom said, lifting her into a hug. "How was your day?" "Great. Look what I drew for my costume." Miss Karen said it looks just like a real sunflower. Lucy showed him the picture proudly. "It's beautiful, sweetheart. My boss Anna said to tell you good luck with your practice." Lucy's eyes brightened. "Anna is your boss? Is she nice?" "Yes, she's very nice. She helped Daddy finish work early tonight so I could pick you up on time. Can I meet her someday?" Lucy asked as they walked to the car. Tom buckled Lucy into her car seat and thought about the question. Maybe someday, if the right opportunity comes up. The next morning, Tom arrived at the office to find a small wrapped package on his desk. Inside was a children's book about a brave little sunflower who helped save a garden. There was a simple note attached, for Lucy's opening night. "Break a leg. Anna." Tom felt touched by the thoughtful gesture. He had mentioned Lucy's play casually during their conversation, but Anna had remembered and taken the time to find an appropriate gift. This was the kind of attention to detail that made Anna such a respected leader, but Tom sensed it was more than just good management skills. Throughout the morning, Tom found excuses to walk past Anna's office. She was in meetings most of the day, but when their eyes met through the glass walls, she would smile and wave. Tom noticed that Anna's smile seemed warmer when she looked at him compared to her interactions with other employees. At lunch, Tom sat in the break room with his coworker David, who had been with the company for 5 years. "Anna seems to really appreciate your work," David commented while eating his sandwich. "She mentions you positively in team meetings pretty often." "Really?" "I just try to do my best," Tom said, feeling pleased but trying not to show it. "She's been great for our department," David continued. "Much better than our last director. Anna actually cares about us as people, not just as workers. Did you know she started a flexible schedule policy just so parents could attend their kids' school events?" Tom hadn't known about the policy change, but it explained why Anna had been so supportive about Lucy's play. "She seems to understand work-life balance," Tom agreed. "I think she gets it because she's been through some tough times herself," David said quietly. "I heard from someone in HR that she moved here after going through a difficult divorce. She was married to some high-powered lawyer in Boston who apparently cared more about his career than their relationship." Tom felt a pang of sympathy for Anna. He understood how life could change suddenly and force someone to start over in a new city. They both seemed to be rebuilding their lives, though for different reasons. That afternoon, Anna stopped by Tom's desk with a stack of reports. "How did the Peterson presentation go?" she asked. "Great. They loved the new campaign direction." "Thank you again for your help last night," Tom said. "I'm glad it worked out. By the way, what time is Lucy's play next week?" Tom was surprised she remembered. "Thursday at 2 p.m. I was planning to use some vacation time to leave early." "Don't use vacation time for that," Anna said firmly. "Consider it a business meeting. We can always say you were meeting with potential family-oriented clients for market research." Tom laughed. "I don't think watching 6-year-olds dressed as flowers counts as market research." "You'd be surprised," Anna said with a grin. "The family demographic is very important for several of our clients. This is practically required professional development." Their conversation was interrupted when Anna's phone rang. She answered it and her expression grew serious. "I understand. Yes, I can be there in an hour," Anna said into the phone. After hanging up, she looked stressed. "Everything okay?" Tom asked. "Family emergency. My dad is in the hospital back in Boston. I need to catch the next flight," Anna said, already gathering her things. "Is it serious?" Tom felt concerned for her. "I hope not. He had chest pains, but the doctors want to run more tests. I should probably plan to be gone for a few days, Anna said, looking overwhelmed. Don't worry about anything here. The team can handle things while you're away, Tom said. Family is more important than work. Anna paused and looked at Tom with an expression he couldn't quite read. Thank you, Tom. That really means something to me. As Anna hurried out of the office, Tom found himself worried about her. He realized that over the past months, Anna had become more than just his boss. She felt like a friend, someone who understood the challenges of balancing work and personal responsibilities. Tom spent the rest of the week thinking about Anna and hoping her father was okay. The office felt different without her presence. Other managers filled in for meetings and decisions, but no one brought the same warmth and personal attention that Anna provided. When Friday evening came, Tom was working late again when his phone buzzed with a text from an unknown Boston number. Hi Tom, this is Anna. Dad is doing better, thank you for asking. I hope everything is going well at the office. Tell Lucy I'm thinking about her play next week. Anna. Tom stared at the message for a long moment. Anna had somehow gotten his personal phone number from HR and taken the time to text him while dealing with a family crisis. She had also remembered Lucy's play again. This level of personal attention felt significant, though Tom wasn't sure what to make of it. He typed back carefully, so glad your dad is better. Don't worry about work. Lucy will be excited to know you remembered. Take care of yourself. Anna's response came quickly, thank you. See you next week. As Tom drove home that night, he found himself looking forward to Anna's return more than he probably should. Their professional relationship had developed into something that felt like friendship, but Tom sensed there might be something more beneath the surface. The way Anna looked at him, her thoughtful gestures toward Lucy, and her genuine interest in his life as a single father all suggested feelings that went beyond normal workplace courtesy. Tom pulled into his driveway and sat in the car for a moment, thinking about the past few months. For the first time since Sarah's death, he felt like someone might actually understand his life and care about both him and Lucy. The realization both excited and scared him. He wasn't sure he was ready to open his heart to someone new, but Anna made it feel like a possibility worth considering. Anna returned to the office on Monday morning looking tired but relieved. Tom noticed her as soon as she walked through the glass doors. She wore a simple blue dress and carried a coffee cup that suggested she had been up early catching a flight from Boston. Welcome back, Tom said when Anna stopped by his desk. How is your father doing? Much better, thank you. The doctor said it was just stress and poor diet, nothing serious. He needs to slow down and take better care of himself, Anna said with a small smile. I'm sorry I was away during such a busy week. Don't apologize. We managed just fine, and family always comes first, Tom replied. He wanted to ask more about her trip, but other coworkers were starting to gather around to welcome Anna back. The rest of Monday passed quickly as Anna caught up on emails and meetings. Tom found himself glancing toward her office more often than usual, but Anna seemed focused on work. By Tuesday, things felt back to normal, except Tom noticed Anna staying even later than before. Wednesday evening, Tom was packing up his desk when Anna approached with her usual end-of-day coffee offering. How are you feeling about Lucy's play tomorrow? Anna asked, sitting in the chair beside his desk. Nervous, actually. She's been practicing so much that I'm worried she'll be disappointed if something goes wrong, Tom admitted. It's silly, I know. She's only 6. It's not silly at all. You want everything to be perfect for her because you love her, Anna said gently. That's what good parents do. Tom looked at Anna carefully. Do you want kids someday? The question surprised them both. Anna was quiet for a moment, stirring her coffee slowly. I did. My ex-husband and I tried for years, but it never happened. He eventually decided kids weren't important to him anyway. That was one of many things we disagreed about, Anna said quietly. I'm sorry. That must have been really difficult, Tom said. It was. But watching you with Lucy makes me think that maybe the right person and the right situation just hadn't come along yet, Anna said, meeting his eyes. Tom felt his heart speed up. There was something in Anna's voice and expression that suggested deeper meaning behind her words. Before he could respond, Anna stood up quickly. I should let you go pick up Lucy. Good luck tomorrow, and remember that she'll be amazing no matter what happens, Anna said, already gathering her things. Thursday afternoon arrived, and Tom left the office at 1:30 p.m. to attend Lucy's play. He had expected to feel guilty about leaving early, but Anna had reminded him twice that morning about the importance of being there for his daughter. The school auditorium was packed with parents holding phones and cameras. Tom found a seat in the third row and watched as tiny children dressed as various flowers and vegetables took the stage. When Lucy appeared as a bright yellow sunflower, Tom's heart filled with pride. Lucy delivered her 3 lines perfectly. I am a sunflower. I turn my face toward the sun. I help the garden grow. She spotted Tom in the audience and gave him a huge smile that made every late night at the office worth it. After the play, Tom took pictures with Lucy and bought her flowers from the school's fundraising table. As they walked to the car, Lucy chattered excitedly about her performance. Daddy, did you see how I remembered to speak loudly? And I didn't forget any of my words. Lucy said proudly. You were perfect, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you, Tom said, lifting her up for a hug. I wish Anna could have seen me. She seems really nice, Lucy said as Tom buckled her seatbelt. Maybe she can meet you properly sometime soon, Tom said, realizing he genuinely hoped that would happen. The next morning, Tom arrived at work to find a small card on his desk. Inside was a picture of a sunflower garden with a note written in Anna's handwriting. I'm sure Lucy was the most beautiful sunflower in the whole garden. Congratulations to both of you. Anna. Tom felt touched by Anna's thoughtfulness. She had remembered Lucy's play and taken time to acknowledge it, even though she had been busy catching up from her trip to Boston. Around lunchtime, Anna's assistant sent an email to the entire department. You're invited to celebrate Anna's birthday next Friday at 4 p.m. in the conference room. Cake and coffee will be provided. Please join us in thanking Anna for her wonderful leadership. Tom realized he had never thought about Anna's birthday before. He wondered what kind of gift would be appropriate for a boss who had become something more like a friend. During the week leading up to Anna's birthday, Tom noticed she seemed quieter than usual. She still smiled and participated in meetings, but something felt different. When Tom brought her coffee Thursday evening, Anna seemed distracted. Everything okay? You seem a little stressed this week, Tom asked. Just thinking about some big decisions, Anna said vaguely. Work stuff, mostly. Tom wanted to ask more, but Anna's phone rang and she had to take the call. He left her office feeling concerned but not wanting to push for information she wasn't ready to share. Friday afternoon, the conference room filled with coworkers carrying wrapped gifts and homemade cards. Someone had decorated the space with balloons and streamers. Anna looked surprised and genuinely happy as people gathered around the table. I can't believe you all did this, Anna said, looking around at her team. This is so thoughtful. The celebration began with casual conversation and cake cutting. Tom stood near the back of the room, holding a small wrapped book he had chosen for Anna. It was about leadership and motivation, something professional but personal enough to show he had put thought into the selection. One by one, co-workers began giving speeches about Anna's positive impact on the department. David talked about how Anna had improved their work environment. Sarah from accounting mentioned Anna's fairness and flexibility with schedules. Other team members shared stories about Anna's support during difficult projects. When the speeches seemed to be winding down, Anna looked directly at Tom. Would you like to say something, Tom? Anna asked with a warm smile. Tom felt his face grow warm as everyone turned to look at him. He hadn't planned to give a speech, but Anna's expectant expression encouraged him to step forward. Well, Tom began nervously, I think we all know that Anna has made our workplace much better in the past 8 months. People nodded in agreement, and Tom felt more confident. Anna cares about us as people, not just as employees. She remembers our kids' names and our important events. She stays late to help when we're struggling with projects. She brings coffee and asks about our families, Tom continued. Anna's smile grew broader as Tom spoke. Honestly, Anna, you make everyone's work life so much better that it almost feels too good to be true, Tom said, feeling more relaxed. You're kind, smart, supportive, and you actually listen when we talk to you. The room was quiet, and Tom realized everyone was hanging on his words. If you weren't my boss, Tom said with a nervous laugh, I'd probably ask you to marry me right now. The room erupted in laughter and applause. Tom expected Anna to laugh along with everyone else, but instead, her expression grew serious. She set down her coffee cup and stood up slowly. The laughter died down as people noticed Anna's reaction. She walked across the room toward Tom, and the conference room became completely silent. What if I wasn't your boss anymore? Anna said quietly, but loud enough for everyone to hear. Tom felt confused. What do you mean? Anna took a deep breath and looked around the room at all their coworkers. I've been offered a position as Regional Marketing Director for the Seattle branch, Anna announced. They want me to move there and oversee the West Coast operations. It's a big promotion and a significant salary increase. Tom felt his stomach drop. Anna was leaving. The realization hit him harder than he expected. I was planning to announce this today anyway, Anna continued, but hearing you say what you just said changes everything. Anna turned to face Tom directly, and her eyes looked emotional. Tom, I've been hoping you'd notice me as more than just your supervisor for months. I was planning to take the Seattle job because I thought my feelings were one-sided and inappropriate. I convinced myself that moving across the country was the professional thing to do. The conference room was so quiet that Tom could hear his own heartbeat. Anna stepped closer to him. But if you were serious, even as a joke, about having feelings for me, then I need to know before I make this decision, Anna said softly. Tom stared at Anna, trying to process what she had just said. The woman he had grown to care about, the boss who had become his friend, the person who remembered Lucy's plays and brought him coffee during late nights, was telling him she had feelings for him too. You have feelings for me? Tom asked quietly. Yes, Anna said simply. I know it's complicated because I'm your boss, and I know you have Lucy to think about, but yes. I care about you, Tom. More than I should. Tom looked around the conference room at his coworkers, who were all watching this personal moment unfold. Some people looked surprised, others seemed pleased, and a few were smiling knowingly as if they had suspected something all along. Anna, Tom started to speak but found himself unable to form the right words. You don't have to answer right now, Anna said quickly. This is a lot to process, and we should probably talk privately. I just needed you to know before I make my decision about Seattle. Tom felt overwhelmed by emotions he hadn't allowed himself to acknowledge. For months, he had pushed down any romantic thoughts about Anna, telling himself she was his boss and therefore off limits. He had convinced himself that her kindness was just good management, not personal interest. How long do you have to decide about the job? Tom asked. 2 weeks, Anna replied. They need an answer by next Friday. Tom nodded slowly, still trying to process everything that had just happened. Maybe we should continue this celebration, Anna said to the room, though her voice shook slightly. Thank you all for the wonderful party and the thoughtful gifts. People began talking quietly among themselves, but the energy in the room had completely shifted. Tom remained standing where he was, holding his unwrapped gift and trying to understand that his entire life might be about to change. Anna walked back to the other side of the room and began opening presents, but Tom noticed her hands trembling slightly. He realized that Anna had just taken an enormous risk by admitting her feelings in front of their entire team. As the party wound down and people returned to their desks, Tom stayed behind to help clean up. When the room was empty except for him and Anna, she finally looked at him again. "I'm sorry if I put you in an uncomfortable position," Anna said quietly. "I probably should have handled that differently." "No," Tom said firmly. "I'm glad you said something. I just need time to think about everything." Anna nodded and picked up the remaining gifts from the table. "Take all the time you need, Tom. I understand this affects Lucy too, and she has to be your first priority," Anna said. As Anna walked toward the door, Tom called out to her. "Anna." She turned around. "For what it's worth, I wasn't entirely joking when I said that," Tom said. Anna smiled for the first time since her announcement, and Tom felt his heart race at the sight of her genuine happiness. "Good to know," Anna said softly before leaving the conference room. Tom stood alone among the birthday decorations, realizing that his carefully controlled life was about to become much more complicated, and for the first time in 3 years, he felt excited about the possibility. Tom spent the entire weekend thinking about Anna's revelation. He replayed their conversation from Friday afternoon over and over in his mind, trying to understand how he had missed the signs of her feelings. Every coffee she had brought him, every late evening they had worked together, every time she asked about Lucy's activities took on new meaning. Saturday morning, Tom sat at the kitchen table watching Lucy eat her cereal and draw pictures of sunflowers. She had been recreating her school play performance all week, drawing different versions of her costume and the stage. "Daddy, you seem sad. Are you okay?" Lucy asked, looking up from her drawing with concerned eyes. Tom realized he had been quieter than usual since Friday. Lucy was sensitive to changes in his mood, a trait that had developed after losing her mother. "I'm not sad, sweetheart. Just thinking about some grown-up stuff," Tom said, reaching over to smooth her hair. "Is it about work?" "You always think about work when you get that serious face," Lucy observed. Tom smiled at his daughter's perceptiveness. "Kind of about work, yes. Do you remember Anna, my boss who got you the sunflower book?" Lucy's face brightened. "Yes. She's the nice lady who wanted to know about my play. Did something happen to her?" "No, nothing bad happened. She might be moving to a different city for a new job, and I'm trying to decide how I feel about that," Tom explained carefully. Lucy considered this information while taking another spoonful of cereal. "Would you miss her if she moved away?" Lucy asked. The question surprised Tom with its directness. "Yes, I think I would miss her." "Then maybe you should tell her that," Lucy said simply. "When my friend Emma moved schools, I was sad I didn't tell her how much I liked playing with her." Tom looked at his 6-year-old daughter and marveled at her wisdom. Lucy had reduced his complicated emotions to a simple truth: if he cared about Anna, he should tell her. "You're right, Lucy. Maybe I should talk to her," Tom said. "Can I meet her sometime? She seems really nice, and I want to say thank you for the book," Lucy asked. Tom felt his heart speed up at the suggestion. The idea of Anna meeting Lucy properly felt significant, like crossing a line between his work life and personal life. "Maybe we can arrange that," Tom said cautiously. Monday morning arrived with gray clouds and the promise of rain. Tom dressed carefully for work, choosing a shirt Anna had once complimented. He arrived at the office early, hoping to catch Anna before the day became busy with meetings and deadlines. Anna was already at her desk when Tom walked past her office. She looked up and smiled, but Tom noticed uncertainty in her expression. They hadn't spoken since Friday afternoon, and the weekend had given both of them time to think about their situation. Tom knocked gently on Anna's office door frame. "Good morning. Do you have a few minutes to talk?" Tom asked. "Of course. Come in and close the door," Anna said, gesturing to the chair across from her desk. Tom sat down and realized he felt more nervous than he had in years. Anna waited patiently for him to speak, her hands folded on her desk. "I've been thinking about what you said Friday, about having feelings for me," Tom began. Anna nodded but didn't interrupt. "I want you to know that I wasn't completely joking when I made that comment about marrying you," Tom continued. I've had feelings for you for months, but I convinced myself they were inappropriate because you're my boss. Anna's expression softened. I understand that completely. I've been fighting the same feelings for the same reasons. I also need you to know that Lucy has to be my first priority in any decision I make, Tom said. She's been through enough changes in her young life. I would never expect anything different, Anna replied. Lucy should be your first priority. That's one of the things I admire most about you. Tom took a deep breath before continuing. I don't want you to take the Seattle job because of me, but I also don't want you to stay if it means missing out on a great opportunity. Anna leaned back in her chair and looked out the window at the cloudy sky. The Seattle position is a good opportunity professionally, Anna said slowly. But I moved to Boston after my divorce because I wanted a fresh start. I learned that running away from complicated situations doesn't always solve anything. What do you mean? Tom asked. I mean that meaningful relationships are worth some complications, Anna said, meeting his eyes. If there's a chance that you and I could build something together, I'd rather figure out the work situation than move across the country and always wonder what might have happened. Tom felt relief wash over him. So you're considering staying? I'm considering a lot of things. The company has other positions opening up. I could transfer to a different department, or I could look for opportunities at other companies here in town, Anna explained. The important thing is that we wouldn't have the boss-employee dynamic anymore. Tom nodded, understanding the practical implications of their situation. There's something else, Tom said nervously. Lucy wants to meet you. She asked about you this weekend, and she wants to thank you for the book you gave her. Anna's face lit up with genuine joy. Really? I would love to meet her properly. Would you like to come to dinner at our house this week? Nothing fancy, just pizza and getting to know each other, Tom offered. I would like that very much, Anna said softly. They agreed that Anna would come to dinner Wednesday evening. Tom spent the next 2 days nervously cleaning his house and preparing Lucy for the visit. He explained to Lucy that Anna was a special friend who might become a more important part of their lives. Is Anna going to be your girlfriend? Lucy asked directly Tuesday night while Tom helped her with homework. Tom nearly choked on his coffee. Maybe, sweetie. How would you feel about that? Lucy thought about the question seriously. I think it would be nice. You get lonely sometimes when I'm at school or sleeping. And Anna seems like she really cares about us. Tom felt amazed by his daughter's emotional intelligence. What makes you think Anna cares about us? She remembers my school stuff, and she helps you with work so you can pick me up on time. Plus, she bought me a book about sunflowers, which means she listens when you talk about me, Lucy explained. Wednesday evening arrived, and Tom found himself changing clothes 3 times before settling on jeans and a casual shirt. Lucy wore her favorite dress and insisted on putting flowers from their garden in a small vase for the dining table. Anna arrived at 6 p.m. with a bottle of wine for Tom and a small wrapped package for Lucy. She looked beautiful but nervous, wearing a simple green dress and carrying a bright smile. Hi Anna. Lucy said enthusiastically when Tom opened the door. Welcome to our house. Hi Lucy. It's so wonderful to finally meet you properly, Anna said, kneeling down to Lucy's level. I've heard so many great things about you. Lucy beamed with pride and immediately began showing Anna around the house. Tom watched as Anna admired Lucy's artwork on the refrigerator and listened attentively to stories about Lucy's stuffed animals and favorite books. During dinner, Anna and Lucy talked easily about school, favorite colors, and funny stories. Tom noticed how naturally Anna engaged with Lucy, asking thoughtful questions and laughing genuinely at Lucy's 6-year-old humor. Anna, do you like pizza? Lucy asked while taking a big bite. I love pizza, especially when I get to share it with new friends, Anna replied. Daddy makes the best pizza, but sometimes he forgets to put enough cheese on it, Lucy said seriously. Anna laughed and looked at Tom. I'll have to remember that for next time. Tom felt his heart warm at Anna's casual reference to next time. It suggested she hoped this dinner would be the first of many. After dinner, Lucy opened Anna's gift to find a beautiful children's book about a little girl who plants a garden and learns about friendship. Lucy hugged the book and then, to Tom's surprise, hugged Anna. "Thank you. This is perfect," Lucy said. "Will you read it to me?" Anna looked at Tom questioningly, and he nodded encouragingly. The three of them settled on the living room couch with Lucy between Tom and Anna. Anna read the story with different voices for each character, making Lucy giggle with delight. When the story ended, Lucy yawned widely. "Time for bed, sweetheart," Tom said. "Can Anna help tuck me in?" Lucy asked sleepily. Tom looked at Anna, who nodded with a warm smile. They went upstairs together, and Tom watched as Anna listened patiently to Lucy's bedtime routine explanations and helped arrange her stuffed animals just right. "Anna, are you going to be Daddy's special friend?" Lucy asked as Anna pulled the blankets up to her chin. Anna glanced at Tom before answering. "I hope so, Lucy. Would that be okay with you?" "Yes, I think Daddy needs more friends." "And you're really nice," Lucy said with a sleepy smile. After Lucy fell asleep, Tom and Anna returned to the living room. They sat on the couch together, and Tom felt a sense of rightness about having Anna in his home. "She's amazing, Tom. You've done such a wonderful job raising her," Anna said softly. "Thank you. I can see that she really likes you," Tom replied. "I really like her too. She's smart and funny and kind, just like her father," Anna said, moving slightly closer to Tom on the couch. Tom reached for Anna's hand, and she intertwined her fingers with his. They sat quietly for a moment, both understanding that they had crossed an important threshold. "I made my decision about Seattle," Anna said quietly. Tom's heart started beating faster. "What did you decide?" "I'm staying. I talked to HR this morning, and there's an opening in the product development department. It's a lateral move, same salary, but it means I wouldn't be your boss anymore," Anna explained. Tom felt overwhelming relief and happiness. "Are you sure? I don't want you to give up a great opportunity because of me." Anna turned to face Tom fully. "I'm not giving up anything. I'm choosing something better. I'm choosing the possibility of building a life with you and Lucy." Tom leaned closer to Anna, and they shared their first kiss. It was gentle and sweet, full of months of suppressed feelings and hopes for the future. "I never thought I'd feel this way about anyone again," Tom whispered against Anna's forehead. "I never thought I'd find someone who would want me and understand my complicated life," Anna replied. "Lucy makes my life richer, not more complicated," Tom said firmly. "Any woman who can't see that isn't right for us." Anna smiled. "I can see that. She's part of what makes you the man I've fallen in love with." Tom felt his heart soar at Anna's words. "I love you too." They spent the rest of the evening talking about their hopes and plans. Anna would start her new position in 2 weeks, giving them time to navigate the transition from co-workers to partners. They discussed taking things slowly for Lucy's sake and building their relationship on the strong foundation of friendship they had already established. 3 months later, Tom woke up on a Saturday morning to the sound of laughter coming from the backyard. He looked out the window to see Anna and Lucy working together on the treehouse project he had been promising to build for over a year. Anna wore old jeans and a t-shirt, her hair pulled back in a ponytail. Lucy was handing her tools and providing a steady stream of 6-year-old commentary about proper construction techniques. Tom joined them outside with coffee for Anna and juice for Lucy. "How's the construction project going?" Tom asked. "Great. Anna knows how to use a drill, and she's teaching me about measuring things," Lucy said proudly. "Your daughter is an excellent assistant," Anna said, accepting the coffee gratefully. "We should have this finished by lunchtime." Tom watched the two most important people in his life working together on something special, and he felt complete in a way he hadn't experienced since before Sarah's death. Anna had seamlessly become part of their family, bringing her own strengths and love while respecting the bond between Tom and Lucy. "What are you thinking about, Daddy?" Lucy asked, noticing Tom's contemplative expression. "Just thinking about how lucky we are," Tom said, wrapping his arms around both Anna and Lucy. "I love you, Daddy." "And I love Anna too," Lucy said simply. Anna looked at Tom with tears of happiness in her eyes. "I love you both too." As they returned to building the treehouse together, Tom realized that sometimes the most important conversations happen not through grand declarations, but through small moments of shared work, laughter, and love. Anna hadn't just become his partner, she had become part of his family in the most natural way possible. The treehouse would be finished by evening, but the foundation they were building together would last much longer.